Hi, Melody.
Hello, Marcie. Long time, long
Yes, it
time.
is a long time. And to think that
Yes,
like a few years ago, lagi tayong nagkikita. But well, life.
I know. Life happens, life goes
I
on,
think
life happens.
I think the last time I spoke to you, I was in your house because the melodies
Yes.
were launching, and then that whole project, you know, got off its feet, and it's got plays on Spotify. But now
Yeah.
you rock stars are too busy to be together, while Wolf, your partner in the drummer extraordinaire, is in the Philippines for the Wolfgang reunion tour.
Right,
It's-
right, right,
and
right.
starring in
Yeah,
a show. Do you see that
he's
one?
a guy. I know, like wow. Okay, you're not just a rock star, you're now an actor. Like, okay, where's that coming from?
Exactly.
True,
Well,
true.
while he does all that stuff, you're also doing your stuff, and I'm so excited that you have put together this incredible show for next Friday, July 24th at Neupitz, Long Beach, called Unplugged Sessions. Tell us about it. How did it happen, and who's in it?
Okay. So first off, the idea of unplugged session. So I wanted to come up with something very intimate, very personal, something that it's out of the norm. Well, it's not really out of the norm. It's just that normally when you think about Filipino-American festivals or events happening here in the United States, we always see cultural stuff, bands, DJs, hip hop, and all that. So I wanted to be to come up with something that is unique and an easier way to set up. So I thought of an acoustic or an unplugged session, and then what came to mind is Cynthia Alexander, and the reason why I have her in mind is because I've been eyeing on her for the past few years to perform. I just want to watch her perform too. She lives in Seattle. I have not really watched her perform live ever, like ever, even in the Philippines. I have not because by the time when she was really, yeah, when she was really active and she was performing, I was already here in the States. But I did have the chance to get to work with her back in, gosh, I don't know when this was, maybe 1999, 98. I don't know. It was a long time ago. It's called Bacharach. So it was like a project by Jet Pangan, and it was selected few vocalists, myself, Jet Pangan, Basti, Cookie, I think Medwin, and there was another lady, and then Cynthia was playing bass on it, and we were all singing Burt Bacharach songs. So the idea was these are all rockers or whatever, but then we are singing Burt Bacharach songs. So that's the only time that really I got to meet her, Cynthia. Got to know her a bit because we were practicing, right? And we had these shows. Maybe it was a 3 night show. After that, nothing, and I migrated here. And I know when she migrated here, for some reason we got connected, but not really constantly. I just have her number. She released an album here. I got connected to her, blah, blah, blah. And then during the pandemic, I came up with a project with all female singers back in the 90s to cover with a smile in our own pandemic version way. I reached out to her. She said yes. So she was a part of it along with the other 90s female vocalists. And then, text once in a while, maybe once every 2 years. I don't know, something really random like that. So anyway, when I was thinking about this, I thought about her. And I sent her a message earlier, geez, man, maybe February of this year, very early in the year. And it took her 3 days to respond. So at first, I'm like, when I texted her, let's say on a Thursday, for example, I didn't hear back from her until maybe Sunday, something like that. So maybe the next day, Friday, I'm like, okay, she's not interested. Like I was kind of like, hey, are you interested maybe to come up to play in a show with me one night? It's just going to be acoustic, really, really simple, plain, intimate, whatever. You get to fly here, you do one night. It's gonna be me and you for now. Didn't hear back anything. The next day, the next couple of days, and then Wednesday she said, "Sure." Like, oh, okay, and that was it. My ass was lit, And I'm like, okay, it's game on. So now I have to. I'm like, okay, I gotta do something about this, and I got really excited. So that's how it came up.
Is this new to you, or have you produced shows on your own before?
I've produced shows before. I have with the help of other
Mhm.
people. Meaning production wise, I have some people who was helping me with let's say artwork,
Mm.
doing tickets and that. But now I'm just doing this all by myself. Because I was thinking, oh, it's gonna be simple. It's unplugged. It's acoustic.
And is it
There's
simple?
yeah, no, it's not. I'm probably not gonna do this again, wherein I'm also performing. If I'm just producing and there are I mean, I could do that as a producer, but I am performing and producing at the same time for this one. I thought it would be easy, but it's not. But here I am, and yeah, I mean, I've done shows before wherein I produced and then I performed, but it was different because I have people helping
Yeah,
me
help.
produce.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Girl, okay, audience, listen to this. Not only is she producing and performing, she's a mom. She has work. She toured with her old band, Sugar Hiccup. Grabe. Tapos magbabakasyon pa yan sa gitna. Okay, hello. Work-life balance.
Kailangan. We need it, diba? So, pero yeah, I'm just kind of doing this while I can, Marcy. We're at this age where in parang, if you don't do it now, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? And then it's very easy for I mean, like me, I'm a singer, for your voice to be taken
Right?
away. I mean, it happened to Mariah Carey, it happened to Celine Dion. I mean, the singers, right? I mean,
Adele, and
who
she
am
was young.
yun, diba? So I mean, how it's not impossible that it could happen to me one day. And while I still have this gift, while I still have this energy, while I still have this fire, I have to do it. Because you'll never know.
So the third act, I'm excited also to see the other act that, or they're opening for you, and the band is called Turbo Goth. Okay,
Right. Oh my
who
God.
are actually from Manila, but they're based in New York. Tell
Right.
us about that band and how you got
Oh,
connected with them.
oh dear, that's also another blessing. Oh my God. This was so I have a manager. Her name is his Eileen or Rain. She's based in London, and she happens to manage Turbo Goth as well. And it so happened that Turbo Goth is gonna be in town. On
Oh,
that day, I mean a few days even before, they're gonna
yeah.
basically that weekend they're gonna be in town. And so when my manager found out that I'm putting up this show, but she did not know until later on that Turbo Golf has plans of because they have their own thing going.
Mhm.
Anyway, she just mentioned to me maybe just a month ago, maybe just a month and a half ago, hey, they actually are coming down there, maybe 2 months ago, something like that. And then she said, uh, you can have them play if you want, or if they're. I'm like, are they open to play? I'm like, sure, I would love them to play. I'm like, come on, and they never had a show here at all
Oh,
in Los
wow.
Angeles area. Never. Even Cynthia. I mean, here in the SoCal, I'm like, I find it really odd. Like
Yeah,
like I
because
said, kasi diba? I mean,
ang
I
daming
don't know.
Pilipino, ang dami natin dito, 'di ba? Oo, how
Yeah, yeah,
interesting.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but I think one of the interesting stories you told me was how you met your manager, which happened in
Yung,
London. Yan, share mo yan.
Okay, so I performed in London last year. I had an acoustic show. What you call this? Oddly enough, I had an acoustic show. It was in the Filipino festival. It was a family vacation, and since I was there during the time that they have a Filipino festival, I kind of got invited. Sure, why not? 20 minutes, make five
Mhm,
songs, whatever. And my manager, who was craving that day for a halo halo, and she never goes to this Filipino festival.
mhm.
She did not have any idea I was performing. She just knows that there was a Filipino festival. She wanted halo halo, whatever. She went there and she saw me perform. She knows of Sugar Hiccup. She knows
Mhm.
of Sugar Hiccup, and she knows of our music. She liked our band. Never thought I would be there. Um, watch my set the whole time, did not approach me that time.
Mm-hmm.
So here goes February fast, and that was in July last year. That was last year. So
Mm-hmm.
fast forward to February of this year. She was messaging me on Messenger, and she said that she sent me a video
The
of when I
performance.
was performing. Like she took a video. Yeah, she
Wow.
took me a snippet of that. And I'm like, oh, you were there. And she said, yeah. And I'm like, okay, how come? I mean, and then she introduced herself. I watched you, I saw you, did not approach you. And I'm like, why? I'm like, and she said, well, I was kind of shy and you were being interviewed, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, she thought of inviting me back to London during our chat. And she said, what would it take to
Mm.
get you back here, or what are your terms, blah 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 blah. And until, like, what, maybe you and I could have a meeting and we can talk about it, because she was really interested in getting me back there. And so we had a meeting, one-on-one meeting. We scheduled it, and then that's when I found out that she is also Turbo Goth's manager. She used to live here in California,
Mm,
and
yeah.
she's been TG's manager for, I don't know, a long time now, years and
Wow.
years, like a long time now. And so that's when she presented herself. And I'm like, you know what? I said, yeah, you know what? Sure, if why don't you, she presented if she can be a manager. I said, yeah, anything that you can do from that end of the world, Europe, UK, whatever. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, that would be great. And I can take care of Manila and United States, for myself, for my band, Sugar Hiccup. She's
Mm-hmm.
interested in Sugar Hiccup. So that's the agreement that we have. And
Wow.
that's how we met, and that's how I met her. Not
Nice.
knowing not knowing she was also a Turbo Golf's manager. So,
Grabe.
ayun, saya,
Okay.
masaya naman.
Di ba? Yeah, I think yeah,
Yeah.
I've been chatting with her and it's like, what you did? You like this, you like that. Yeah, you vibe for sure. Um, so since we're talking about vibes, I think you're on a new path with the Pinay Rocker. If you follow Melody on Instagram, I remember when you changed it to Pinay Rocker because that's what she
Yes.
is. She's Pinay and she's a rocker. Um, but now it's a brand. What's going
Yes.
on? Show us,
Okay.
show us. Okay,
I got inspired. Can I show my shirt?
of
So
course.
basically, this is the shirt. Can you see it? Try
Yes.
malabo. Is it malabo ba? Is it
I know,
clear or what?
malabo kasi lumayo ka. Kasi this
Okay.
whole, there you go.
Wait.
It's a new Zoom thing and it's like focusing, trying to
I
find it.
don't
Go
know.
backwards, just like back.
Backwards. Teka,
Yeah.
teka. Hindi ko mahuli. Like this.
I don't know. I
Oh,
think
I
it's
don't
because when
know.
you're moving, it does that. Anyway, we will
Yeah,
put it
so
in there. There you go.
okay, here you go. Oh, teka, I have to probably, yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Anyway,
gumagalaw ako. Shirt, this is actually me. It was a
yes.
photo taken when I performed at the Dodgers Filipino
Oh,
night.
yes. Oh,
And then
nice.
I contracted a couple of artists. The first one being my brother.
Mm,
And what I asked him first to do is to kind of, I wanted to have this image of a Filipina rocking, right? So
nice.
that being the image, and I said he just has to draw an outline or whatever. At first, it was just gonna be a silhouette. I didn't
Uh-huh.
want any face on it because
Uh-huh.
I wanted anyone to represent it. But I wanted to be a girl holding a guitar, and of course, it has to have that Filipino representation, which the
The
Filipino sun,
sun. Yeah.
the sun, the stars, the moon, whatever. So he did the first sketch. However, he got really busy. This started like last year. I mean, I had this
Oh.
plan for last year. Last year pa yan. And then he got really busy, didn't get a chance to finish it. And then, things happened like earlier this year. Like around February, nagdump lang sa akin lahat. And then he
Mm.
said, around February, he said, I cannot finish this. He said, you might need to have somebody to complete it. So I
Mhm.
reached out to Adrian. I don't know if you know Adrian Arcega.
No,
He's
I've
one
heard
of
him. Mhm.
he's also he does artwork also for Basti and for some of our
Okay.
bands in the
Oh,
Philippines. So
nice.
anyway,
Yeah.
I reached out to him, I pinged him, and I told him that it's half done. Can he do something about it? And he actually said, you know what, maybe we could actually put a face on it. So I said, oh,
Oh.
sure, okay. So it was his idea to put my face. he sent me the first pass and I really liked it. And I'm like, okay, cool. So now that's the logo, that's the brand. I want the Pinay Rocker. And so now it's a shirt because
But it can be
and it's not
anything. It can be in a
yeah,
bag. It can be on
I
stickers.
have a tote bag. I have a
Yay!
sticker. I'm selling them for next Friday's show. So I have a little merch table there with Pinay Rocker shirts and some tote bags and stickers. And I want this to. I mean, I have some people ordering from outside the states
Online.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
So I am actually reaching out to somebody in the Philippines who can
Produce
do
it.
the
Yeah.
yeah for there. So I'm working on that right now.
Nice.
So
Now, what's
sana
cool?
lang.
Yeah, what's cool about is because it's like Pinay Rocker, you could use it when you're performing with Sugar Hiccup, when you're performing with the melodies, when you're just melody, whatever, diba?
Right,
It's
right, right, right.
universal. It makes you proud.
Yes.
Speaking of Sugar Hiccup, then the vinyl. Tell us all about that. And Japan naman. From London, let's go to Japan. What were you doing in Japan?
So we had a I'll show you. This is the album. So
Weird. Okay.
this is a vinyl album. We launched this in Japan. We had a show July. Oh my God, when was that? July 5th. So this
Uh-huh.
was like a couple of weeks ago. And this is an exclusive Japan release album.
So what different
And
songs in it? Old songs, new
so
songs?
what's in it, Marcie, is a concoction of all the different songs that we had in a compilation album. So meaning
Oh.
these songs in the album were not in any
Mhm.
of our full length album. So or
Mm.
albums. So like the first song is gonna be, I don't know if you could see it, but it's not. So the first
Yeah,
song, if
yeah,
you could see,
yeah. Cannot
I
see.
don't
Read
know.
it na lang. Read it. Mm-mm.
So the first song is Sugar Hiccup. Sugar
Mm-hmm.
Hiccup basically is a song that we covered from the Cocteau Twins.
Yes. And how you
Sugar
got your
Hiccup,
name also?
right. So Sugar Hiccup, so back in 2002, there's an independent label here in the United States called Dewdrops Records. What they did was
Mm.
they had a tribute album to for the Cocteau
I
Twins.
remember this.
And
Yes, yes.
right, so back then we were in the Philippines, right? So what happened was that we heard about it. I don't know how we heard about it, but we submitted our own version of Sugar Hiccup. And among hundreds and hundreds of submissions, they selected us, just the band
Yay.
from Asia. We're the only band from Asia,
Oh,
and then the
wow.
other bands were from here in the States, and I think there was one from Europe, something like that. So that was our version. We recorded it, we submitted it. It was in a tribute to Cocteau Twins album back in 2002 by Dewdrops Records, released in the US.
Mm-hmm.
That's in this vinyl, and we also had also have three songs from our EP that we released 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Zandra and I launched a four-song EP. So
Mm-hmm.
three of those we included here, and then we also have Someday. Someday was from our alphanumeric sampler
Yep.
502.
Yes, yes,
So that
yes.
was okay. So we had three songs
Wow.
there. So we re-recorded Someday. We had a different version of that, and that's on this album. We have a new song called Aimless. We recorded for this one, and then the last one or last two is the remember the 1896 album
Yes, I was
where we
gonna
won
ask.
Song
Yes.
of the Year
Yes, of
and
course.
Vocalist of the Year. We re-recorded that, and that's on this album too, and
Oh,
that's gonna be so it is a special. I mean, this is a
it's
really
very
special album.
special. So what about
Mhm.
us streaming people? We won't hear it
Well, we
next.
have bigger plans,
Yeah.
so but we cannot kind of announce yet. But we have plans,
Yay.
to
So
make some
buhay na
stuff
buhay
happen.
pa ang Sugar Hiccup. It
Oh,
seems like
naman.
parang you got like second life, di ba?
Yes, yes. And the album title is Metamorphia. It sort of like connects with how the changes right now, or rebirth, or what
Mm-hmm.
you call this regrowth is happening between
Mm-hmm.
me and Xandro primarily in trying to give Sugar Hiccup a second life, move on, move forward with it while we can, while we're still here. So that's basically the whole concept of Metamorphia, this album.
That's in the whole nother interview about your like working relationship. Because man, when you started the band, you were kids.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? So,
18, yeah, 18, 19 years
sobrang
old.
metamorphia talaga. Like, more than that. Like, sobrang evolution. So, it's interesting that I would love to know and later because I've seen the videos of you guys singing together. Nakakaaliw, may
Mm.
puti-puti buhok pa ni Sandro, no. But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, wow, you grew up and you had lives separate from each other, diba? You're over here,
right.
he's doing his stuff. So that's so interesting. But that's not what we're talking. We're talking about Pinay Rockers and women and the show on Friday. On the show. So may part two tayo for sure. Um,
Sure.
Okay, so where can people find you online, Pinay Rocker, on Instagram? And then where can they order like the shirts and stuff for
Yeah, the
now?
shirts also, you can also I have a an IG for my shirt. It's called Pinay Rocker Store. So
Okay.
it's just Pinay Rocker, and then it's just one word, Pinay Rocker Store. Or they can hit me up on Pinay Rocker as well,
Like
my Instagram.
DM and then yeah.
Yeah, at Pinay Rocker. Yeah, and I can ship within the United States, no problem. They just have to pay for the shipping fees, and
Mhm.
or they could come to the show and then they could just save shipping
Exactly.
costs. Right. Like
Yes.
next Friday, it's gonna
And
be in the
and
show.
you can sign it pa, diba? You can
Yun
sign
pa, di
it.
ba? Kaya
Yeah.
nga, oh.
So
And I
cool.
had people who ordered the shirts. I have them take a photo of them wearing the shirt, and I kind of just like featured them on my PA Rocker store page. So it makes me happy that it's reaching out. It's already in Virginia. I had one order from where was it? From Canada, I think. So
Wow.
it's creeping its way. It's creeping
Yeah.
its way. Slowly,
Cool.
slowly.
Super cool. I'm also excited because your sound, I think I told you privately that Gen Z is, the Cocteau Twins are so popular right now with Gen Z. Like bigger than, because they weren't super popular,
Yeah,
right? Like,
right.
um, they were very niche. And so now it's exciting they're discovering this music. And the younger ones, they have access to all music, any genre, any time period. So I'm sure you're gonna get, listeners and fans from younger people. It happens in your shows, right? When you played at Cebu a while
Mhm.
ago, there were young
Yeah,
people who,
right. So 2024, when Sugar Hiccup had that reunion show, our 30th, our post 30th anniversary, we had we have parents bringing their children or children bringing their parents.
Mhm.
And they walked up to us and they said, "Oh, I learned about your music because of my mom, or I learned about your music because of my dad." We even told them that you guys are coming. They had no idea. And then
Oh,
vice versa too. Like I have parents coming over and introducing their daughters and saying, "Oh, I had her listen to your album since she was 5 years old," and stuff like that. So I'm like, "Oh my God." Talagang lola na ako. But I mean, it's like I can't believe it. Like when especially our music, it's not I we're not super duper big, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. But the fact that we've touched younger generations to this point. I mean, my 13-year-old daughter loves Sugar Hiccup more than she likes the melodies. So,
oh,
and like, okay, I mean, sure, why not? Diba? So that kind of warms my heart, and that's why Xandro and I are still making music. That's why we're still doing this even remotely, and we have plans for next year that hopefully will come into fruition.
yay! I'm so excited. Can you give us a sneak peek of your playlist, your set list, I'm sorry, for Friday? Are you
For
singing
Friday, okay.
originals, mix of new and old?
So this is my dream, Marcy. And this is actually whenever I play acoustic or unplugged, I am freer, meaning I have songs that I can play from Sugar Hiccup to the melodies to some original songs that I have not recorded yet that
Mhm.
I can just play and just sing freely because there's no band backup needed. But for the show next Friday, I'm just combining. Even I have a band here, Stella's Notch.
Mm-hmm.
This was like earlier 2000s. So
2000s,
I'm
yes.
the early 2000s. So I have the freedom to whenever I'm playing solo or unplugged or acoustic. That's the freedom that I'm enjoying because I can just get the best of songs from those different catalogs and present it in a way wherein okay, this is my evolution, like this is from Sugar Hiccup to Stella's Notch to the melodies and me as a performer.
Yes.
So that's my plan for next week's set list. It's really just a combined songs from all the different bands or musicians that I've collaborated with through the years, and maybe a song or two that nobody has heard yet, or it's
Wow.
unreleased or be not recorded yet. Yeah. Hi everybody, Melody here, and I'm so excited and just so thrilled to have you guys watch the show next Friday. It's called Unplugged Sessions. It's happening at Noy Pits in Long Beach. Okay, Noy Pits, Long Beach in California, and it's the first of its kind in the Philippine American alternative music scene. I could say that with certainty. I could say that with pride. Cynthia Alexander on the bill, myself, and also Turbo Goth, who's opening the show. It's a one night show. You don't want to miss this and be a part of this very historic experience because I'm pretty sure you guys are going to enjoy it. So come see us. Doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7:30.
Thank you so much, Melody. I will see you on Friday.
Thanks,
See
Marcie. Excited to
you.
see you too. Thank you for supporting us.
Bye.
Bye.